Hey everyone, welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're taking something you probably walk past in the grocery store literally every single week, and we're going to break down exactly why it deserves a permanent spot in your daily routine. On the surface, ginger, well, it's pretty unassuming, right? It's that strange, kind of knobby, pale root just sitting there next to the garlic. But underneath that humble, bark-like skin, it is an absolute marvel of chemical complexity. So get ready, because we are looking at the true anatomy of a superfood.
So, I want you to picture your kitchen right now. Imagine that fresh, aromatic ginger root sitting on the counter, or maybe tucked away in your fridge's crisper drawer. For a lot of us, it's just this background player. You know, a quick flavor enhancer for tea, a stir-fry, or just a palate cleanser for sushi. But I'm going to playfully challenge that idea right now. What if I told you that unassuming root is actually one of the most dynamic, multitasking natural ingredients you can get your hands on? Seriously, what if this exact same root could entirely replace your jitter-inducing afternoon energy drink and stand in for your post-workout recovery supplement?
Okay, let's dive into our roadmap for today. We'll be covering 1. The power of the rhizome, 2. Soothing the digestive system, 3. Fighting inflammation and invaders, 4. Natural energy and heart health, 5. How to use ginger daily, and finally, number 6. Moderation and final thoughts. Let's get right into it.
Section 1. The Power of the Rhizome, Roots of Wellness.
If you scroll through social media today, you'll see ginger trending everywhere. It's the star of modern detox drinks, those super expensive wellness shots at boutique juice bars, and even elite sports recovery blends. But take a look at the number on your screen. Thousands. That's what's truly impressive here. Ginger, or if we want to get scientific, Zingiber officinale, isn't just some new fad. Actually, scratch that, it's the exact opposite of a fad. It has been a cornerstone of traditional medicine and wellness practices for thousands of years. We're talking ancient Ayurvedic texts from India, traditional Chinese medicine. It's everywhere. Even ancient sailors used to keep massive stockpiles of it on their ships to fight off brutal bouts of seasickness. We are just rediscovering its immense historical power, but this time through a modern scientific lens.
Now, the strong taste and that incredible sharp aroma of ginger, they aren't just for flavor. They actually come from natural active compounds called gingerols and shogaols. And if you've ever wondered why ginger packs that distinct fiery punch, well, it's because these compounds are basically close chemical cousins to capsaicin, the stuff that makes chili pepper spicy, and piperine, which gives black pepper its bite. When you consume ginger, these gingerols and shogaols are the secret heroes. They actually survive the highly acidic environment of your stomach and absorb directly into your body. Once they're in, they get to work at a cellular level, delivering heavy-hitting antioxidant benefits that neutralize free radicals. Basically, they mitigate oxidative stress, which makes all the systemic health improvements we're about to talk about possible.
Moving on to Section 2, Soothing the Digestive System, Your Gut's Best Friend.
Your gut is really where ginger goes to work first. Biologically speaking, one of its most remarkable abilities is promoting what's clinically known as gastric emptying. So if you're dealing with bloating or that heavy feeling after a meal, ginger chemically signals the smooth muscles in your stomach lining to contract. This accelerates the movement of food out of your stomach and into your small intestine. It doesn't just sit there stagnating. And for nausea, even morning sickness, it actively blocks the serotonin receptors in your gut that trigger the urge to vomit. It's a profound natural calmant. This accelerated digestion is exactly why folks across the US and Canada rely on it so heavily during the winter months, when we eat those incredibly rich, heavy comfort foods, the mac and cheese, the thick stews that slow your digestion to an absolute crawl. A steaming mug of ginger tea literally physically kickstarts that gastric emptying process. It gives you this distinctly warming, much lighter feeling almost right away.
Section 3. Fighting Inflammation and Invaders, the Body's Shield. Okay, so inflammation. It's the insidious root cause linked to so many modern health issues, from chronic fatigue to skin problems and even early joint degradation. Because ginger contains those powerful gingerols we just talked about, it acts as a systemic, full-body anti-inflammatory. This is why elite athletes are constantly blending ginger into their post-workout drinks to fight delayed onset muscle soreness, instead of just reaching for over-the-counter painkillers. It's also why adults over 40 frequently use it to target natural joint stiffness. Actually, a massive wellness trend right now across North America is blending ginger with turmeric and a little dash of black pepper. And the science behind this is super fascinating. The piperine in the black pepper actually inhibits certain digestive enzymes in your liver, which allows the active anti-inflammatory compounds from the ginger and turmeric to stay in your bloodstream way longer. It effectively multiplies the healing effect. But its protective power doesn't stop at your muscles and joints. It is an absolute heavy hitter for your immediate immune system too. In places with harsh, freezing winters, like Canada or the northern US, ginger isn't just a kitchen spice. It's basically a frontline survival tool. People rely on warm ginger drinks mixed with lemon, honey, or cinnamon to actively fight off cold and flu season discomfort. Just think about the visceral sensation of taking a sip of a hot ginger toddy when you're feeling under the weather. You can physically feel the immediate radiating heat expanding in your chest, right? You can feel those potent aromatic vapors rising up, clearing out your nasal passages, and cutting straight through seasonal congestion while soothing a raw, irritated throat. It's quite literally nature's perfect winter armor.
Which brings us to Section 4, Natural Energy and Heart Health, a better boost.
So here's the thing, ginger is not just a remedy for when you're feeling sick, stiff, or bloated. It is a phenomenal, clean, daily driver for your heart and your brain. Let's just briefly contrast caffeine energy with ginger energy. We are all intimately familiar with the sharp, jittery spike of coffee or a commercial energy drink. Biologically, caffeine triggers the release of adrenaline and cortisol. Those are your fight-or-flight hormones. It forces your central nervous system into overdrive, which, as we all know, always leads to that inevitable, exhausting mid-afternoon crash. Ginger energy, on the other hand, operates on a completely different biological mechanism. It naturally promotes vasodilation, which just means it gently widens your blood vessels. This boosts healthy circulation, letting more oxygen-rich blood flow steadily to your brain and muscles. It provides this warming, highly sustained energy that makes you feel refreshed and alert without even touching your adrenal glands. And that is exactly why busy professionals and students are increasingly swapping out their second cup of coffee for a simple ginger lemon tea to keep their mental clarity sharp.
And that boosted circulation we just talked about, it plays a vital role in an even bigger picture, your long-term longevity and cardiovascular health. Ongoing research is suggesting that making this incredibly affordable superfood a regular part of your diet acts as a long-term investment in your vascular system. By supporting healthy circulation, you're helping to maintain the crucial flexibility and elasticity of your arteries. Plus, regular consumption has been shown to assist in balancing cholesterol levels and promoting healthy blood sugar management. Those are huge factors in warding off metabolic syndrome as we age. Now, it's not a magic pill that fixes everything overnight, obviously, but integrating it into a balanced lifestyle is a highly effective, deeply researched, and totally natural way to support your heart's health for decades to come.
All right, Section 5, How to Use Ginger Daily's Simple Habits.
Listen, you absolutely do not need a complicated or expensive routine to get all these benefits. The methods are so accessible. You can make ginger tea just by steeping fresh slices in hot water for 5 to 10 minutes. Drop a small chunk into your morning fruit or green smoothie. Mix up a quick wellness shot with some lemon and honey. Toss it into your soups, stir-fries, or roasted vegetables. You can even sprinkle dry ginger powder right over your morning oatmeal for a surprisingly delicious, warming start to your day. Oh, and here is a fantastic practical tip. Stop trying to peel fresh ginger with a knife. Seriously. Instead, take the edge of a regular metal spoon and just scrape it against the skin. The thin skin will slide right off effortlessly, and you can get into all those weird little knobs and grooves without wasting any of the valuable flesh inside. Remember, the biggest takeaway here is that small, consistent daily use is far more effective for your body than trying to consume massive, overwhelming amounts all at once.
If you want the absolute easiest place to start building this habit, try this simple morning routine. First, take a moment to slice up some fresh ginger root. Enjoy that crisp, super satisfying crunch of the knife cutting through the dense root, and just notice how that sharp burst of essential oils instantly hits the air in your kitchen. Second, drop those fresh slices into a glass of water, squeeze in some bright, acidic fresh lemon juice, and maybe add a few leaves of muddled mint for a nice cooling contrast. Third, just drink it. It's an incredibly refreshing, digestion-boosting morning water that easily kickstarts your metabolism, wakes up your senses, and hydrates you perfectly for the long day ahead. Finally, Section 6, Moderation and Final Thoughts, Smart Consumption.
Now, before we wrap up, we do need to talk about boundaries. A really common misconception in the wellness space is that natural automatically means unlimited, and that simply isn't true. While ginger is generally incredibly safe for everyday use, overdoing it can actually cause the exact issues we're trying to solve. If you consume excessive amounts, which most health experts define as anything over 3 to 4 grams of ginger extract or powder in a single day, you might experience heartburn, stomach irritation, or intense digestive discomfort. Moderation really is key here. Also, an important medical note from the sources. Because ginger actively boosts circulation and has natural blood thinning properties, anyone currently taking prescribed blood thinning medications or dealing with specific cardiovascular conditions absolutely must consult their doctor before making highly concentrated amounts of ginger a regular habit.
Always be smart and informed about what you're putting into your body.
And that brings us to the end of our journey through this phenomenal superfood. From profoundly soothing your gut and fighting off systemic inflammation at a cellular level, to boosting your winter immunity and delivering smooth, crash-free energy for your heart and brain, ginger truly is a holistic powerhouse. It's almost crazy to think that this level of biologically active benefit is just sitting there, totally unassuming, next to the onions and garlic at your local grocery store for just a couple of bucks. So I'll leave you with this question. You've just unlocked the power of this ancient root.